This is Heatherdene, just outside the village of Trellech, not far from Monmouth in Monmouthshire. When we booked this, it was listed on the Camping and Caravan Club website as a certified site. They've since removed it, and it interestingly is not appearing on any of the usual other booking sites like PitchUp. So I think they're just relying on return trade at the moment. It's a site which is about 3/4 of an acre and marked up for 10 units. We've been here 5 nights now, and most of those there's just been 2 units on the campsite, including us. On Sunday evening there was 5, so not at all busy. And as I say, I can understand why, because it's very hard to find. So if you can seek it out, it's well worth a visit. Prices are reasonable. A charge per person, interestingly, not seen that done for a while. £12.50 per person per night. So if there's 1 or 2 of you in a unit, it's very, very cheap. If you've got a family of 4, less so. But maybe that's why they do it. I think they're really after singles and couples. There is a facilities block. It's very, very basic. A little recycling area behind and a washing up area. And then the facilities themselves are literally just a little shower room and a little toilet area in a fairly basic building. Honestly, probably could do with being refurbished, but hey, at the prices you pay here, they are perfectly functional. So yeah, good site for Monmouth itself, and plenty of walks around here. It is in the middle of the Wye Forest, and loads of walks just outside of the gate. All sorts of car parks as you drive along the roads here. Bit windy to get to, as you'd expect, up in the hills a little bit, but nevertheless a site that is well worth a look at. When we were down Monmouth earlier, we stopped by Hancocks, the Butchers. This is one of several independent shops down in the town, and nice to see an old traditional butcher. So rude not to go in, wasn't it? So we picked up a couple of lamb and mint sausages and some Chinese ribs. We're going to throw some peppers and some tomatoes on the barbecue in a while when these are cooked, and then we'll serve them up with a couple of bottles of local beer, and I think we'll call that tea. Okay, today we thought we'd show you how to hitch up a caravan. We've all got to do it. If we're going to tow a caravan, we've got to hitch it up. Useful tips. This is the way I do it, but as always, I'm sure other people have different ways, different methods. First things first, got to put the tow bar on. Fairly straightforward. Locate the hole up on the tow bracket fitting, push the tow bar up, and then the blue release will just spin round and lock automatically. And then, just to be sure, obviously take your ball cover off just to be sure it's on properly. I always put my weight on it and bounce the car up and down. Simple as that. Okay, next we're going to get the car lined up as close as we can to the caravan. I use the reversing camera for this. You can see on my reversing camera there, I can just about see the tow ball. We can see Mrs. Anything over there, look, she's just going to guide me in. Always good to use a banksman, but a combination of her and the reversing camera should be able to get that straight in there. You do need to be mindful of your reversing sensors. They do go off because obviously they can see the caravan coming. You just have to be a little bit brave. So obviously the tow ball needs to be The tow hitch needs to be higher than the tow ball. Use your jockey wheel to get it up higher. If you're not lucky enough to have a motor mover, you're then going to need to move the car back a little bit further or pull it in by hand using the handles on the side of the caravan. We've got a motor mover, which does make life a heck of a lot easier. So I've already engaged the motor mover, so it's perfectly safe for me to drop the handbrake off here. I'll just turn the mover on. And then we'll run that forward a bit. Wiggle it to the side. Always a bit jiggly. The aim is to get the hitch as close over the ball as you can. There we go. Right, now pull the hitching lever up till it locks into place. Obviously your stabiliser, your friction lever is going to be out of the way. Then drop the caravan back down on the jockey wheel. And then it drops into place, and you know it's on because the hitching lever has dropped back down. But just to be double safe, I always then pull up on the hitching lever. You can see the back of the car moving here, and you know the job's a good one. Put your friction lever down. Hitch up as always. Breakaway cable. We never want it to happen to us, but if it does, we want that brake to pull on. So make sure your breakaway cable is on, and then plug in your electrics. And the very last thing we're going to do here is check the electrics. So we'll have someone at the back of the caravan. They'll go round to the car, turn the ignition on, and right indicator,
yeah,
left indicator,
yeah,
driving lights,
yeah,
brake lights.
yeah.
There we go everyone, it's as simple as that. That's how you get your caravan up. Last thing to do here, and it's the one thing that we all sometimes forget, and we've all seen someone driving down the motorway, and look, I nearly did it here, is make sure that your jockey wheel is fully up and locked into the caravan. So there we go, drop the handbrake off one last time. Handbrake off, jockey wheel up, breakaway cable on, lights in, and we've checked that the caravan is properly attached to the car. We're good to drive away now. This has been Heatherdene in Monmouthshire, just outside Monmouth. A very nice little campsite, former certified location, now gone private. Pretty hard to find. You are going to have to search the web to find a booking for this one, I'm afraid. Marked up for 10 units, good sized pitches, a lot of privacy, really, really nice. Monmouth itself, again, like many of the towns around this part of Wales, quaint little market town, a lot of artisan shops, a lot of good produce to be had, so well worth a visit. And the surrounding countryside is superb as well. Value for money here. Well, we've paid £25 a night with electric hookup. That's in 2025, and I think that's very, very reasonable. Some might argue that the facilities are in need of some restoration or renovation, but to be honest, I think you can take that for the price you're paying here. This has been just another caravan vlog. This isn't just another caravan thing, this is our thing. And if it's your thing too, please like, subscribe, share and comment. And we'll see you next time.